welcome back viewers. In today's video, we are going to check out the last desktop of OpenSUSE Leap 15.4, that is the Budgie Desktop. In the last video, we already installed the Budgie Desktop using the YAS software manager. Now we will check out the Budgie Desktop. So this is the greeter screen, and you got a top panel where the language selection is there, session selection is there, and then you got the accessibility features like large text and high contrast, and then finally the power manager is there. In the middle you got the username and you have to input your password. So the desktop has properly scaled to the screen resolution, and here one big difference that I note is that in most of the Budgie desktops of Linux, different Linux distributions, the panel is at the top, but here the Budgie panel is at the bottom. So you got this application menu, then you got the Firefox launcher, then you got the file launcher, you got a terminal launcher, you got a YAST launcher, then you got this language selection, this is the network manager, then you got this notifications. So the clicking on notifications bell will activate the Raven. Raven is a applet and notifications area which scrolls from the rightmost side of the screen towards the center of the screen. It is a narrow panel. Then you have got this volume control. So on the volume control there is a simple volume control. Then you have got volume mute, unmute, and then you have got the volume settings. There is a button where you can go and do advanced volume settings. Then this is the system time and date settings. Then you have got the calendar also here. So clicking on system date and time will open up the system settings. And finally, there is this icon for the Raven. So Raven consists of two tabs, the applet tab and the notification tab. The applet tab contains the calendar. You got the volume control, you got the microphone control. Then you can choose the different audio devices. For example, right now here the line out built-in audio is selected. And in the notification area, only the notifications are shown. So later on we will go in depth of this Raven. Right now we will now shift over to the application menu. Now let us check out the accessories available. So you got files, genome clocks, maps, notes, text editor, and weather in the accessories section. In education section you have got the LibreOffice Math. In games you have got chess, lights of Mahjong, mines, quadripassal, Reversi, Sudoku, and Swellspoof. In graphics, you have got GIMP, Image Viewer, LibreOffice Draw, and Photos. In internet section, you have got the Evolution mail and calendar. Firefox, the Pidgin chat messenger is there. Polari is also a chat client relay, internet relay chat client. The Tiger VNC viewer is there, and the transmission is there. Transmission is a torrent downloader. In Office, you have got the Genome contacts and the LibreOffice suite. In others, you have got the Budgie control center, the Genome settings, and the YAST toolkit. In sound and video, your cheese, the Genome music is there, and the videos is there. In system tools, you got the advanced network configuration, Budgie desktop settings, deconf editor, disk, logs, package updater, print settings, software, and welcome. And in utilities, you got system monitor, terminal, xterm, then remote desktop viewer, screenshot there, password and keys, Genome help, document viewer, document scanner, disk usage analyzer, dictionary, characters, calculator, and the archive manager is there. So let us check out the memory usage of the Genome desktop. So here you can see this is the Genome monitor, system monitor. So here you can see memory usage is 1 GB. There is zero swap usage, and the CPU usage is hovering between 2% to 7%, 7.8%. So it is quite light on the system usage. Now what we will do is, most of the applications are all from GNOME. You can see the disk usage analyzer, dictionary, disk, everything is GNOME. So how should we go ahead? So first what we will do is, we will check out what is different. So we will check out the Budgie Desktop application settings. So that will be of more focus for us. Then the GNOME applications we already seen in many times, all the GNOME applications. So no need to cover them again and again. So we will directly go over to the Budgie Desktop settings. So the Budgie Desktop settings consist of style, desktop fonts, Raven, Windows, bottom panel, creation of new panel, and auto start. In the style section, you can see here you got different styles like Graybird, Greco, Dark, Graybird, Greco, Dark accessibility, Light accessibility, Graybird, Greco, Light compact, high contrast. Then in the icons, you have got only two, that is Gnome and High Color. So only two icon themes are there. In cursors, you have got only Advaita. In notification position, you can position the notification to be shown either on the four corners of any of the four corners of the screen. Then you can disable, enable the dark screen. So toggling this, it will enable the dark thing, and you can override the desktop theme selected with the built-in theme by using this toggle. And animations are there, so you can control the window animations and control. Then now let us go over to the desktop. So in desktop you can choose whether to show the desktop icons, show the active mounts. You can change the click policy for single or double click. You can change the icon size. So it is right now normal. We'll go with the small icons. It's better. And you can change the number of virtual desktops. I'll change it to 2. Then now let us go over to the fonts. In fonts, you can change the fonts of the window titles, documents, interface, monospace. You can change the scaling of the text, hinting of the text, and the anti-aliasing. So the Cantarell family of fonts is used as a default, and for the monospace, they have chosen the source code pro regular font, and rest of the things are all standard. We can go with the subpixel for LCD screens, so that will better suit our screen. So my laptop is LCD screen, so subpixel for LCD screen suits the hardware configuration. Now let us go over to the Raven. So Raven by default sides from the rightmost side of the screen towards the center, but we can change it either to the left also. And if we keep it automatic, then it will always by default open up from the right hand side. You can enable the display of big numbers in calendars. You can show the power strip. Now I will show you what the power strip is. Let us first check this out. So here you can see at the bottom there is nothing, there is no strip, but once we toggle this on, you can see this power strip is there. So this is the power menu. You got the screen lock function and the settings button, so it will open up the Budgie settings. Now let us go over to the Windows. So here you can set the configuration for the windows, like the button layout of the windows, center new windows on screen, disable nightlight mode when the screen is full screen, pause notification when windows are full screen, automatic tiling of windows, enable windows focus change on mouse, enter and leave, toggle it on, disable redirection of windows, show all windows in the tab switcher. So this is important. So if you use the tab switcher, you can see right now only one window is there. So if you open up the, let's say, file manager, then using the alter tag, you can see it is showing up the all the open windows, so you can switch between the windows. Now let us go over to the bottom panel. So in bottom panel you can add the applets and the application launchers, and you can do settings for the panel that is appearing at the bottom. You can shift the panel anywhere in all the four corners of the screen. You can set size of the screen, sorry, not screen, you can set the size of the panel. So right now it is 36. I can do it up to 34. It will become thinner and thinner, so I will keep it at 34. Automatically hide, you can hide or unhide the panel for your size, and you can set the transparency also. So I will put it always on. Now I think it will take effect once we restart the system. I think right now it is not taking that much effect. Then you can choose whether to show shadow in the panel, stylize the regions, and the dock mode also. So if you want, you can set the dock mode of the panel, so it becomes a dock. So the panel gets converted to dock. Right now I will just change it again to the panel mode, because I want to show you something. Now let us add some applet to the panel. So I will choose the Nightlight panel. This Nightlight will be added to the center by default, but you can also add it to either sides also. So clicking on the Nightlight, you can see you can set the temperature as well as the schedule for the Nightlight. Now what I will do is, we have checked this out. Now let us go to the next item, that is create new panel. So you can have multiple panels on any of the four corners of the screen. I will not do it because it looks it will not look great always. But what you can do is, you can have one panel at the top and the second panel you create at the bottom and convert it to the dock. So that is a good way to maximize the usage of the screen. So you can have multiple application icons, launchers, and applets on both of these panels. That way you can increase your speed, your productivity. Now now let us go over to the auto start. So right now in the auto start, no application has been selected for the auto start, but we can add applications. For example, we will add, let me check what is available for adding. Yes, we can add this package source or package updater. So every time the system will start, the package updater will also start with the system, and then it will check for the update. So it is useful to have such applications to start up automatically. So I have shown you how the Budgie desktop setting works. Now I will, what we will do is, we will close this down. Now we will go over to the software manager. So the software manager is nothing but the Gnome software center or the software manager. Use it just like you use in the Gnome desktop. Catalog is getting downloaded. So here you can see the Gnome software center is there. Of course, there will be some updates also for the newly installed Budgie desktop. Okay, so there are no updates. I think it has got updated by when I installed it. There might be no further update available. So now let us go over to the settings. On the settings. So this settings is nothing but the Gnome settings. So it works in Budgie desktop because Budgie desktop is based on Gnome technologies. So here you got this typical network manager, Bluetooth manager. The backgrounds are there. So let me first go and check out the other settings here. Then we will at the last come back to the background. So this is the notification setting. You got search settings, multitasking settings. Now it has come back. Then this is the application settings. So you can do the integration of the applications with the system, the notification integration. All the applications that are installed are available here. Do the notification integration. Then the privacy settings are there. So you can set the privacy for the Thunderbolt and the file history and trash. Then you got online accounts. So facility to log into your online accounts permanently, that is available in Gnome desktop, is available also here in the Budgie desktop. You can use Budgie desktop. Then there is sound settings are there. So you can do volume settings, system volume settings, output of the different sound cards available, input of the different microphones, jacks available. You can do all those things, and you can change the alert sounds from bark, drip, glass, and sonar. And here you can do the power settings. So two power modes are available, balance and power saver. You can do settings for the screen blank and the automatic suspend. In the display section, you can change the orientation, resolution, blank screen delay, automatic screen lock delay, everything you can do it. You can configure the nightlight also. And this is the mouse and touchpad settings, boards, printers, removable media settings, color, region and language, accessibility settings. You can administer the user, create users, delete users. You can change the, can say, privilege level of the users. For example, Sam user right now is as admin. You can make him non-admin also. All those things you can do it from here. You can specify the default applications. You can do the settings for day, date, time, and finally in the about section you can see here is showing the system hardware configuration and the Budgie version. So that Budgie version is 10.6. The OS name is OpenSUSE Leap 15.4. OS type is 64-bit. Windowing system is 811. Virtualization is KVM, and the software updates are also in here. So now what we will do is, let us go back to the backgrounds. So this Budgie Desktop of OpenSUSE Leap 15.4 contains lot of wallpapers, because in other desktops of the OpenSUSE Leap 15.4 we only saw the default wallpaper, that is this green wallpaper of OpenSUSE Leap. It was available in multiple resolutions, but here only one resolution is there, and there are different other wallpapers also, interesting wallpapers. So that is a very good opportunity for us to check out the different wallpapers here. In other desktops of OpenSUSE Leap 15.4, there is no such chance to check out the different wallpapers. So now first wallpaper is this. Desktop looks very pretty. We changed the wallpaper. So this wallpaper, I think there is some issue. It you pick it, it will not get applied to the desktop. All other wallpapers are getting applied to the desktop. Only this is not getting applied. This blue one. This also looks very nice. This is also very nice wallpaper. Looks like fabric. So that's it. These are the only wallpapers, but you can add more wallpapers. Add a picture button. So I will now close this. Now let us check if something is pending. Some Budgie desktop application is pending or not. So we have covered everything. Not much to check out here. And finally, just I will take a small look at the YAST. So the YAST utilities are available. So it is a complete suite of different utilities, tools to administer your system, run your system. So it is very powerful tool suite that is available. So basically you can use this OpenSUSE Leap 15.4 Budgie desktop as a server also. So you can have different servers. For example, you can have a, what we can say, a proxy server. You can do it as a Windows domain server also. You can make this, you can attach this machine as a node in the Windows domain. You can install some virtual machines on this. Will be working as a host for different virtual machines. You can have a relocation server configuration. Many different server, you can say, modes can be used on this machine. It is very powerful. A lot of what we can say features have been added for running this machine as a server. So it is very powerful. You can make it as a file manager. Any mode of the server known to us can be used here. Everything is there. Then there is even services manager to manage your server services. Bootloader management is there. Everything is there. It's very future rich system. So with this, I think we have covered everything. Let me just take one last look. Yes. So everything is there. We have checked everything out. So I will now stop the video here. So this was the last in the OpenSUSE Leap 15.4 series desktop. We have covered all the desktops. And now I am planning to do series of videos on the YAST software utilities. So that we will check out sometime later. We will start with the YAST software utilities little later. So now we will, after this video, we will continue with the Carly, that is the customized Arch Linux ISO. Then side by side, we will check out some other Linux distros that are very popular or getting very popular. You will get newer and newer Linux distros to watch, to review. So you will not get bored, because I have seen that when I do a long series of videos on one topic or one Linux distro, many of you people get bored, because see, nowadays people have very less time for say long study. Everything they want everything in a short study. So for that, can say many of the things are not possible in short study. You have to do the long course only. But we'll try to enliven the study. So we will what we will do is we will go with a variety of subjects so people don't get bored. So with this, I stop the video here. See you in the next video. Bye.